Comfort is defined as a state of physical ease and freedom from pain or constraint. The entrepreneur knows not these words, but rather the excitement, the fight, the growth and expansion into the marketplace. There are no shortcuts to success. There are no shortcuts to financial freedom or to the growth of your business. That's why I've created the Comfort Killers. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Comfort Killers. The man to my left, maybe on TV to your right, needs no introduction.
Oh yeah, I do.
I am Stacey A. Cross, and there is no E in my name. And if you don't know the man on my left, Mr. Grant Cardone, Mr. Uncle G, Mr. Godfather of Sales, baby, then I apologize for you.
Yeah, and I need to apologize for you that they don't know because you didn't tell them.
Oh, well, I'm telling them right now.
Okay.
Here's the deal. Everyone that's a comfort killer, in my space. I
love the name, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kill the comfort.
Hey, listen, 2 negatives does equal a positive in this situation,
Right.
They say, don't speak negatively. I'm not. So here's the deal, Mr. Grant Cardone, thank you so much. I am honored to bring my family down here to meet you.
You got some great people.
Oh, thank you, definitely. I'm talking about obsessions. I'm talking about craziness manics today. And my comfort killer said, hey, listen, you need to go to speak to the crazy himself.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. You're the source of comfort.
So here I am, and I read your book. And
this is the origin
this is it.
Of the crazy.
This is it. Okay. That's why I have to come back to my roots.
This is where Alexander the Great came from. This is where Genghis Khan came from.
Yeah, for real.
All the great conquerors, all the way up to Conor McGregor. Okay.
Now you spent.
This is where LeBron came from, right here.
Woo! So I had to come back to see the greats. I had to come back to the foundation.
That's right. That's
right. So New York Times best-selling author. You did it all. I mean, and you're still unsatisfied. First of all,
that's for sure.
That's for sure.
I'm very unhappy with my progress. I'll tell you right now.
Right?
Oh, very.
Really?
Very.
So 7 billion.
Wake up literally go to sleep every night. Totally dissatisfied with my progress.
Are you really?
Oh yeah.
So what's on your goals in the morning when you wake up?
Well, this morning, what I did was I got caught up in what I needed to do rather than where I want to go. So no, like my day timer right here.
Yeah.
I come in here this morning, it's got a blank page on it. It reminds me, I keep one in my bedside, I keep one in my office.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, I didn't write my goals down today. So what happens is I end up taking a phone call. I'm meeting with you today, which I'm so grateful to be doing.
Awesome, thank you.
And then this phone call comes in and stuff just starts coming into me and I look and I say, oh, I write his name down. He's not a goal.
Right.
Cal Weaver isn't a goal.
Right.
Okay. But you know what? Another 500 units is.
Wow. Measurable.
So like, what am I doing when I wake up in the morning? If it's blank, it's going to be blank.
Yeah.
And then whatever happens to you just comes in and you end up filling it in. You're like, oh, I did a whole bunch of stuff, but you weren't progressing.
Towards you.
Because if it's out of my mind, there's an old saying, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no.
What am I doing? I don't know today. I don't know what I'm doing. Now what I'm doing today is whatever happens to me rather than what am I actually doing? What are you obsessed with you're waking up every morning saying, oh my God, I gotta forward progress this place that I'm going to that I don't even know if I can get to.
Right. So, I mean, the whole basis of my lifestyle is getting uncomfortable. So every day I find tools, technology, people, resources that gets me totally out of my frame of mind.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
So hey, Robert, can you have Katie go get all those checks?
Yeah.
That's good because Robert was just in my office.
Yeah.
He walked in my office. I'm signing all these checks.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's 30 or 40 of them, right? They're all to me.
Right. So, but
I'm like, damn, that's my name. Okay. So I want to show you that because I wish somebody would have shown me that when I was 25 or 30 years old. Like, what is possible? I never knew what was possible. So even today, I look at stuff, I'm like, man, that's happening to you? Like it's real, it's happening. And I have this saying that look, it's been easier than I thought it would be. It's been harder than I thought it would be. But when it happens, look, it is worth more than you think it will be. I promise you.
Wow.
And with that being said, with all these right here,
Take a look at this.
You know, I didn't. These were ideas.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
I'm going to
yeah.
own a bunch of apartments one day. I'm going to own a business. I'm going to write best-selling books. You know, I'm going to help millions of people.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see these. Like, these are big.
Big boys.
You know, this happens every month, right? Here's a little one, $7,000, 284.
Man,
Huh?
it's real deal, Comfort Kelly.
So the point of that is this: a couple things. Number one, it's real. I'm not showing you this to brag. Okay, this didn't happen to me. It happened because of me.
Right.
There's a $1,000 check. I mean, that's a good check. $750. To me, look, the one for $284,000, it's no more valuable to me than one for $300.
Right.
$300. So these are just like, this is what people need to be like. There's people out there telling you guys, don't monetize, don't make money, don't follow the money. They're crazy, man. I don't know what they're telling you. You got to feed your freaking family, man.
I agree 100%. I was in your sales meeting, by the way.
Yeah,
The pump up. Hey,
yeah,
listen, I was
yeah.
moving. Siobhan said, why are you moving so much? I said, I'm
Yeah.
ready to sell. I'm ready
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do something.
yeah.
I'm so energized right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But what you said was so important. You said you worried about getting that $1 million deal. Get that 99-cent deal.
Yeah, that was our morning meeting. I'm like, hey, you can't, like if somebody's calling you, I got a problem, and you can't ever satisfy some of these people.
Right.
You got to treat that guy like he's got $1 million,
Right.
okay? And this is what I was saying in the meeting that Stacy was privy to. It's like, somebody's calling about a complaint, and you're like, I don't want to handle him. Send him off to somebody else's department.
Right.
The moment the $1 million call comes in, you're not going to be ready. You don't have the muscle to pick up the million. You know why? Because you weren't even willing. You don't even have the muscle to pick up the complaint.
Bam.
So these checks are because I did a job. I'll tell you, these checks today are not because I buy real estate or because I had the courage to. It's because I got great at a job that I hated. It was car sales. It was 1986. I was 25 years old. I absolutely despised, hated, like would get sick about thinking about this job. And then one day I changed my mind. I said, I'm gonna be great. I'm gonna get great at this thing.
Well, I read your book about 3 times. All right.
Yeah. Which one?
I'm totally manic. All of them.
Yeah.
10x rule about 10 times, 20 times. I actually Snapchat Mr. Cardone listening to the 10x rule. You're like, yo, get some new program, Stace. Like you've been listening to that for a while.
Yeah. You got to add.
You got to add to your technologies. But
Yeah.
but the deal is, I'm fascinated with how you began be obsessed or be average. It was your story. It was the foundation. Like I said, I always come back to this root.
Yeah.
It's not in all the other books, even though
that's right.
you add pieces and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
pick it
yeah,
up, and
yeah,
we know
yeah.
the story.
Yeah.
But the full story
Yeah.
of your entire scope of the rehab, the beating up,
Yeah,
the black
yeah.
eye.
Yeah.
We love that. That right there.
Yeah, but see, both these eyes are cut over them.
Yeah.
Right here's cut.
Done.
I mean, I still got scars in my head. I was going to shave my head, but I'm like, man, it's going to look like a track up there.
Like a raceway.
Yeah, exactly.
But the deal is, why this book?
Because, I mean, people have been asking me, man, dude, who are you?
Yeah.
Like you've written the sales book, then you wrote the closers book. I mean, these books have all been extremely successful.
Yeah.
Then I wrote If You're Not First, You're Last, which was my first published book and a bestseller. Then I wrote the 10X rule. The 10X rule really it's a phenomenon.
Right.
Like everywhere we go now, people, 10X, man.
Yep.
You know? So the 10X rule, however, and I say this a lot, I don't hear a lot of people talk like this, but books are never finished.
Right.
You know, because when they tell me I have a deadline to finish a book, or you have a deadline to finish a book, doesn't mean the book doesn't keep cooking in you.
Oh, of course.
It's like cooking turkey.
Yeah.
You know, you got it in there for an hour or 2 hours or whatever you got it in there for. I fry mine.
Yeah, you're a bad boy, man.
You know, but you know, you can take it out of the fryer, take it out of the oven. It's still cooking.
Right.
That's why it came out. It was moisty. Mama tasted. Oh man, this thing perfect.
Right.
And then she puts it on the table. By the time y'all get to it, it's all dried out. Right. It's still cooking. The point is, this book was still cooking. This is the book that basically came out of the 10X rule.
Right, because you said it was unfinished, and also you
Yeah,
had
yeah.
you had people,
Yeah.
millions, right, looking for more. Because
Yeah,
now
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
amped. I got caught with the 10X rule mentality
yeah.
too. Yeah, I'm activity.
And then we started having people call us and say, oh, dude, the problem is the people around me are freaking out.
Right.
I'm going 10X, they're 1X. They didn't change, I did.
Right.
You know, I remember when I went to treatment for drug addiction and I came out of treatment, I had changed, but none of my friends had changed.
Right.
So I went back to my girlfriend, man. Me and her were, 30 days before that, we were just doing drugs all day long.
Right.
And completely like just narked out of our minds. And I came back, I'm like,
It's time to go.
she hadn't changed.
Yeah.
You know, she was sleeping with my drug dealer.
Right.
I had changed. She didn't. And I was thinking, we're going to pick it up where it was. You can't pick it up where it was. And so this book is really about how to handle you when you decide to like become that obsessed, that maniac, the Dwayne Rock. He's obsessed, man. The Kevin Hart. Look at Kevin. Look at Kevin pump and push and use social. He's a perfect example of somebody just banging hard, okay? Look at the guy. Look at Chris Rock when he was at his prime, right? But he's not doing that now. So something happened to Chris. He was pumping his deal, pushing his deal, working his deal, and then he fell off, okay? So look at the guys that are current right now, how hard they're pushing. Steve Harvey, look how hard he works, okay? Look at the guys and the gals that are making plays, that are making moves. They are all obsessed. Conor McGregor says, who's MMA, I was at the Madison Square Garden watching him.
I just saw that.
He's like, hey man, screw talent. I'm not talented, I'm obsessed.
Right.
So that's what people have to find. You have to find this thing in you that is society is so against, you know? I mean, Donald Trump, look how much he's hated. Yep. You know, well, I've been saying for years, the only way to become a president is to get half the people to hate you. Yep. You cannot become a president. I've said that for at least 8 years, maybe 10 years. You cannot become the president of the United States without half the people hating you, because without the hate on the left side, or the right side, whatever the side is, without that hate, you won't generate, this side can't get enough freaking energy.
Right, exactly.
To actually push and win the big games.
I love that. You know, and coming from a place of addiction, and we kind of tied this obsession with addiction.
Yeah.
And especially when I read it. So I was addicted to, let's say, gambling, right?
Okay.
Zombie.
Yeah.
Zombie. I mean, totally out of space. You know, what am I doing? Gone.
Lost sense of time.
Time doesn't matter. So
didn't need to eat.
I was there 24 hours.
I know gamblers, I know the casinos, they change chairs.
Yeah.
They know every day they're going to go change 12 chairs because the gambler, the degenerate, couldn't even get up. They sat there and urinated on their stool. That's a true story. Every casino in Las Vegas changes chairs.
They didn't want to get up.
They don't want to get up.
They can't. They're stuck.
They're stuck.
So I said to myself, man, I'm easily influenced. I could put 15 hours in the casino. Why can't I put it in myself?
Yeah.
And then I got over that obsession. So my thing is, you have multiple obsessions.
But you didn't lose your obsession.
I didn't lose the addiction.
Yeah, you didn't lose the ability to be obsessed.
No.
So what I'm telling people in this book is like, look, if you got a gambling problem, okay, or a sex problem, whatever, they got an addiction for everything.
Right.
Like you name it, they got one. There's a whole industry being created around labeling everybody an addict.
Yes.
Sex addicts, work addicts, drug addicts, addicts to addicts. Yep. You're addicted to an addict, codependency. Yep. I mean, like, it's all made wrong. Like, you need to understand that your ability to be addicted to a game, Candy Crush, or to a drug, it is all the same energy. You are obsessed with something where you lose time, space, the sense of all that.
Yeah.
Okay, the good news is this: if you can be obsessed with anything, you can be obsessed with good things.
Definitely.
So you want to you don't want to get rid of it. You don't want to turn it off. You don't even want to make it a bad thing. You want to be like, I want to use the energy that makes me so freaking interested in high chews. Okay? And then you find out, man, I'm addicted to high chews, man, and they're not good for me, man. Well, that's good. Well, your addiction's not the problem. Your obsession's not the problem. The high chews were the problem.
Right.
Okay? Now what you got to do is don't get rid of that energy. Shift it to things that can actually improve your community, starting with you.
That's huge. And one of the nuggets that I found in your work is the 13 Rules of Success. And there's a phrase that I wrote on this very book.
Yeah.
Is the production is the basis of morale, because I believe that was the theme listening through. Do you find that that's important now than ever? In obsession, in attacking your goals and attacking your targets every day.
Yeah,
that production.
Look, I'm not happy unless I'm working. I mean, I'm just not happy. You know, my wife and my kids cannot make me happy. They can temporarily make me happy. Oh my God, I had a moment with my 7-year-old. Yeah. I had a moment with my 5-year-old. I can have moments with my wife. That's not what ultimately makes me happy. My purpose. You know, and again, this is something I don't hear anybody talking about. I've read so many books on purpose. Nobody says, Mama, your wife or your kids, everybody's like, oh, that's my purpose. That's not my purpose. I had dreams before I had a wife.
Right.
Okay? I mean, I didn't hook up with her till I was 45.
Yeah.
So what was that 45 years about?
Right.
I didn't have the kids. The kids are late on the chain. So you know, I'm going down the road. The Grant Cardone machine's going down the road, and then we had a wife, and we had some kids, and we had this situation, and we had that, whatever. But what about me, man? Where was I in the deal? What was my purpose? And that's why I see so many people, they get married and they stop their own train.
Yeah.
So when me and Elena got together, it was like, look, man, I'll give up anything, but I won't give up my purpose. I have reasons to be here, and I will not abandon them. By the way, if I abandon my dreams, my goals, my purpose, my sense of morale, my production, my need to work, if I give that up, how good a husband could I be?
Right.
How good a father can I be? Because if I'll abandon the thing that's been with me the longest, I'll abandon everything that comes later.
Right. No, I agree 100%, and that's why I love it. I write this on my wall. I write it in my.
Yeah. By the way, this quote, "Production is the basis of morale," comes from a book called "Problems of Work" by a guy named L. Ron Hubbard, who has been, completely misrepresented by the media, like that's what the media does. But unbelievable material, great subjects, has helped me so much. So I just want to give props to the guy that actually wrote that.
Yeah, thank you. And moving forward, so now you have an obsession. You're 25 years old, right? You're out of rehab.
Yeah.
This obsession, now things start to click.
I'm scared.
You're scared puppy.
Yeah.
But you now did something you hate. Why wasn't it like a little shop selling crawfish? Why wasn't it a franchise?
Because I didn't, that would have taken time. So, I looked up, I don't add time. Like time's a killer. So I'm like, what can I do right now? I have people call me, what business should I go in? Dude, what business you in right now? I mean, what industry should I go in? Yeah. Bro, where are you going to be tomorrow morning? Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't have any place to be. Well, good. Is there a street corner? Yeah, good. Walk over to it and start raising some money. Clean a windshield. So that, when I came back out of treatment, the only thing I could do was the guy that I worked for was nice enough to bring me back and said, come on back, give you a shot. So the next day I went back and did the thing closest to me. Like, what piece of trash can I pick up?
Right.
If I want to clean my space up, I don't need to go to another room, man, Like, I need to start right here. What's closest to me that I can pick up? If it's trash, if it's money, if it's a friend I can help, if it's a nice thing I can stay. You don't need to go on a trip. Start with the 3 feet around you. And that's what I said. I just said, I'm going to just start with the 3, in treatment they talk about 1 day at a time. I'm like, I'm going to start with the 3 feet around me. Yeah. I'm just going to improve these 3 feet, man. I'm not helping anybody. Right. Okay, I was like, I'm going to help other drug addicts. I'm like, dude, I'm going to help myself. Yeah. I'm going to take care of these 3 feet. Clean up my damn neighborhood. Yeah. I'm going to become obsessed with this neighborhood. I'm going to get money. I'm going to work my ass off. I'm going to work every second of every day. I'm not going to have any free moments because free time was a killer to me.
Yeah, definitely.
It was definitely.
The white space.
The white space was death to me. Every time I've ever had too much time, I get in trouble.
Right.
Still today. Okay, you give me too much time, we go on a vacation, and we don't have plans. Yeah. Oh, shit. I'm throwing people off the boat, I'm wanting to crash stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
you need something to do. Like this,
I want some games. Yeah. I want a game. I want some unpredictable. I want some random events going on that I get to rub up against.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. So with obsession, how does the word balance fit in there? Do you use these obsessions? How do you find balance when you're so obsessed?
Yeah, I don't even use that word.
No.
I mean, it comes up in every interview. I don't even think about the word balance.
Yeah.
And I don't know why people are trying to balance anything. Yeah. Was it ever a goal? I mean, does anybody have the purpose? Like when you were born, you're like, God's like, let him be good at balance.
Doesn't even work. Doesn't even flow.
God didn't even do the balance thing, man. Why don't you guys pay attention? The dude worked for 6 days nonstop. Yep. That's what the book says. He says, I created the heavens and the earth and the oceans and the rivers and the lakes and the mountains and the butterflies and Muhammad Ali and Grant Cardone. I'm a humans and men and women and then
after all of that,
then I'll take a day off. You know. That was before there was even a clock or time. And then people are like, oh, the Lord said to take Sundays off. The Lord didn't say anything about a Sunday.
Right.
Okay. By the way, Sunday was the first day of the week back then in that time. Monday was the second day.
Yeah.
So you guys you're not even reading, you read one line, you're like, yeah, I'm supposed to take off Sundays. The book's that thick.
Right.
Okay. It's not one line. A half of a line that you took the second half and you forgot that the guy worked, created all these unbelievable things, and then he took some time off.
You know what I love that you taught me? You taught me how to look up words. to be in communication. And I've been doing that, and I believe it was the nice guy. I've heard the stream that you want to be the nice guy.
Yeah.
And then I went ahead and looked it up. You mentioned
Dude,
it, man.
that word is sick.
I was fooled. I was tomfoolery.
Right.
Using that word.
She's talking about. And again, this comes from L. Ron Hubbard, okay?
Yep.
That guy taught me how to look up words. He's like, look, man, if you don't understand what words mean, you cannot move forward in life. The word nice 700 years ago, because everybody wants to be nice. I want to be nice. I'm like, what about being nice, Grant? Everybody kept asking me about this being nice thing. I said, man, I'm just not a nice person.
Right.
If you asked me to describe myself, nice would not be one of the words. And then one day I'm like, and I didn't feel bad about it. So I said, I need to look up the word.
Right.
And then I'm looking the word up, and I don't know what it says if we got a dictionary around here. I got one right here, actually. And so I'm looking the word up, and the trick with words is, if a word was created 700 years ago, well, what it means today and what it means 700 years ago could have changed because you had some people probably jacking with it, hijacking the word.
Yep.
So here, I'm going to look it up just so everybody can see what we're doing here. So I'm going to look up the word nice. We're not in a hurry, right?
No. We're
giving pleasure or joy, good and enjoyable, attractive, or of good quality, kind, polite, and friendly. You're like, dude, that's who I want to be, all right? Okay, but if you go back to it also means trivial.
Yep.
So I'm so nice. How about this? I'm so trivial.
Yep.
Okay, polite, kind. But if you go back to the original meaning of the word, it means
simple, silly. Ignorant. Like, I don't want to say.
Not to know.
Not to know. Out of knowing.
Like, is that who you want to be? They talked about the village idiot being called nice.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's from the 14th century. And, over time we've changed it. I don't know how they pulled this deal off. And they convince you to be the freaking village idiot.
Right. And I think that's what it is we're really talking about things we know nothing of.
Totally. Your parents told you. Look at where'd the nice thing come from? The parents told the little girl, you need to be nice. You need to be nice. Yep. And then she's like, okay, what does nice mean? Yeah. Nobody even told her what nice meant. It meant be polite. No, it means be an idiot.
Surface.
Okay. You want to be the president of the United States? You cannot be nice. Okay. You want to be Jay-Z, dude? You can't be nice.
Cannot.
You want to be Kanye? Look at Kanye. There ain't nothing nice about Kanye. Okay. Conor McGregor is the highest paid fighter in the UFC. Most of the guys in the UFC are literally like getting paid nothing.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars to get their freaking brains beat in for nothing. They get paid nothing. He's like, hey, I apologize for absolutely effing nothing. Okay? Yeah. And you know what? He's getting paid all the dough, dude, okay? He's like, he can hold them hostage. Now, I'm not telling you not to be polite to people, but I'm telling you, who are you being what for and why?
Yeah, I love that. That. So, before we wrap up, I do have a couple questions from my Comfort Killers tribe, right? They sent in a bunch of questions. But since we're the Comfort Killers, it's all about getting uncomfortable. I want one or two things that you had to do totally in your life to get uncomfortable, to take you from point A to point B, to level up.
Yeah. Well, then or now?
Then.
Man, so many things.
Yeah.
Like from the age of 29 to, 45.
Yeah.
16 years. Still today I do it. I go cold call. Customers don't even know me. Yeah, I mean, it's uncomfortable. I don't care who you are, how many books you've written, or how many stages you've been on. You got to walk in, find out who owns the joint. Are they in? I just did it I've been doing this for years, but I was in Salt Lake City, went into this big company, a big network marketing company. I wanted to call the CEO. He doesn't know me. I don't know him. We were in the neighborhood. I'm like, why don't we drive up there, man? Right. It's uncomfortable. Oh, wow. We're going to make the plane? Dude, I own the plane. Right. Okay, the plane ain't leaving.
Right.
So if you're looking for an excuse, that won't be it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So look, pull the car over. We all need to go do this. We had 50 reasons not to do it. I had one reason to do it. One reason was I was scared to do it.
Right.
So that was then, it's still now, and it's probably not going to go away.
Yeah, no, I love that, because every day I'm looking for fear. Fear drives me to do the thing.
Yeah. It's an indicator.
Right. People don't want to hear that they're fearful. They want to overcome fear. I don't want to overcome it. I want to feel it.
Yeah,
Tell me.
I ain't scared of nothing.
No.
But then, dude, you're not doing anything if you're not scared.
Exactly. Exactly. So one last from Greg Bessler, the Comfort Killer. He wants to know, when is GC going to write a book on real estate?
I was thinking about it this morning.
I know you were.
I was thinking about it this morning. We're working on it, actually. Behind the scenes. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Comfort Killers. I am sitting with here, Mr. Grant Cardone, GC, the Godfather, and I am Stacey A. Cross, and there is no E in my name. And of course, I already read this bad boy 3 times.
How long did it take you to read it?
Well, I listen to audio and read it.
Okay.
So it took me about a week to listen to the audio, another week to read it, and a week to listen to the audio again. Now I'm on the plane listening back to the audio.
Yeah, awesome.
I love the audio because, hey, listen, your voice does something. Right? I'm glad you don't outsource that part.
We tried.
Don't do it.
We tried. We did one book. They convinced me to outsource if you're not first, you're last.
Yeah.
Grant, I said, there ain't nobody can read my stuff, man.
Right.
And they're like, oh no, this guy's an award-winning. I said, I don't care how many awards he won, man. He don't know me. No. I don't know him, right? And oh no, Grant, and they convinced me.
Yeah.
They sold me that it was easier to have him do it. They did the deal, recorded it. Sasan, a guy that used to work for me in LA.
Yeah.
I said, what program are you on? He's like, well, I just got If You're Not First, You're Last. I said, how is it? He's like, it is terrible. I said, really, man? I listened to it for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I called up, pull off every one of those everywhere in the world. How many did you print? Yeah, they told me. I said, you tell me what it costs. I'll pay to remove every one of them from this planet. 30 days later, they were off every shelf. I went back and recorded myself. No,
we love that because you sprinkle some things that aren't in the book.
No,
that's what I love. That's what I love about it. Like, if you read the book, you didn't get the full scope. You got to get the audio too.
No, you listen to the book. The book's 11. The audio is 11 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, you can read the book. I mean, if you just focus on the book, you can read the book in 120 minutes.
Right.
You cannot get through the audio, even if you put it on fast forward.
Right.
In under about 8 hours.
Yeah, I got it on speed 1.25.
Yeah,
but still, I like hearing the draw though.
So when we did it, because Robert's here, right? Like I'll take a page. Like the introduction, right? And I start. I'm like, Robert, okay, I'm gonna stay on point here, Robert.
Yeah.
My entire life, people have been telling me, and I don't even make it for a whole 2 sentences, and then I'm off. Okay, let me tell you what I meant by that. And I started ripping off on it. It took us 6 days to record this.
Yeah.
Okay, so all day long, 5-hour days.
Yeah.
And my audios. I'll put my audios against anybody's audios anywhere in the world.
People text me, hey, Stace, what should I get the book or I'll get both? All right, don't make it an either or. So we love what you're doing. We are the merchants that are telling people who you are, right? So the 7 billion will be reached.
I really appreciate it. I can't tell you, Stacey, how important it is for you, what you're doing and that you believe in me and it just gives me a lot of encouragement and energy and it really does. It just validates my mission.
Yeah. We're out here and you've helped so many of us.
Yeah.
I go on your live streams and I'm like, man, look at us, like we're Grant Cardone fanatics. We're pumped up because
why do you think that is? I mean, what is it I'm doing that people are like?
You know
I
what?
like that.
They see it. They see it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in the shadows, right? And they come out with the book and they say, get the book. Yeah. But when you're out there and I know what you ate last night, I know what you did this morning, I know what's on your targets and goals, and then I see you doing it and it blows up. It's something inside because you see the actions. Sometimes I have to be like, man, let me log off and go do something too because you just pumped me up. And that's what the 10X rule did for this company. The Comfort Killers is a subsidiary of the 10X rule because all I did was activity. All I did was provide action. And now Obsess is going to make it target, to make that processes work in the system, baby. And I love it.
Well, that's awesome, buddy. I just want to help you any way I can help you or anybody following you. I want to because, again, that's my mission.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, get the Obsess book and audio book. Get all of Grant's things, baby. What's the 10X, you just dropped that,
Oh, yeah, this is awesome. Let's see what it says to you, okay? Let's see what it says.
See what it says to me.
The solution to every problem you have, every one of them, is more production, more money, more doing it. Get out there and do something. Quit making excuses.
There's got 20 different messages
That's
on
awesome.
it. So.
We're getting a couple of these today. No, thank you so much.
Okay,
again,
buddy.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Comfort Killers, GCTV.